I know. This is a long overdue tutorial, so let's get right into it. So the thread we'll be using today is a 8 millimeter fishing thread, and then we're going to be using sugar beads of a medium size in pink color and black color. So with that much being said, just cut your thread as long as you can handle. Remembering, if it's too long, it will tangle up. If it's too short, you keep joining. And we'll start with our 4 bead flower process. So we'll start with 4 beads, so 3 and then 1 to crisscross, and then of course you go ahead to put in 1 in each thread like this, and then 1 to crisscross. Okay. Sorry. So this is a familiar pattern on my channel, because I think 90% of all the videos on my channel, we use this process, a 4 bead flower process. So yes, this pattern should be familiar with you right now. Like, you should be familiar with it right now. So I'm going to make a chain of 10 for the base. Okay, the base is going to be a chain of 10, so I'm going to continue adding until I get to the 10th one. Then we'll turn our thread. Okay.
Give me more infectious. Give me more infectious. Move me.
So this is the 9th one. We're going to do the 10th one, which we're going to be turning. So with the 10th one, you put 2 beads in one thread, and then just pick one and crisscross with both. Okay. That is how you turn your thread. So we've turned our thread this way, and we still want to go sideways. Sorry, I didn't realize I had gone off camera. We still want to go sideways, so we're going to still put beads in the outside thread like this. We'll put both beads in the outside thread like this, and then use 1 to crisscross with both. This way it automatically turns our work for us like this. Sorry. So it automatically turns it to the side like this. So we'll start working 1 to this bead, and then we're going to be adding 1 bead to the outside thread and using 1 to crisscross all the way through like this, and then 1 to crisscross with both like this. So put this one inside this thread like this, and then we'll pick another bead and put it in the outside thread like this, and then one bead to crisscross with both threads. Like that. So we're just going to continue the whole process until we get to the end, where we'll of course try to turn again, so we'll do a different pattern.
Give me more infectious.
And then we'll crisscross like that. Cool. Now with the last one, the same thread you put through this bead like this, that's the same thread you add the other bead to, and then use one to crisscross. So you see that thread like that, same thread, you put one bead in it, and then you use one bead to crisscross, and then you have this. Okay, so we're going to continue repeating this pattern, same pattern throughout. So you're going to put two in this one like this, and then put one to crisscross again to turn your work. See, now we're going to continue doing this until we get to the 8th line. Okay, it's a chain of 10, yes, but we're going to do that 8 times. So we're going to continue repeating this pattern and turning, repeating and turning all the way until we get to the 8th one. Okay, so for the sake of time, I went ahead and did the rest of the 7 off line. So this is our 8th one, right? This is our 8th line for this. Yes, it's going to be just 8 lines because the bag is an extra small bag. So we're going to continue going this way till the end. Of course, we know how to, we are used to turning at the end, but I still have a long thread that I don't intend to cut off. So with this one, our turning will be a bit different, like this. Instead of putting it in the same bead, I'll put it in the other bead, like that. Ideally, if it's ending or turning, you put it in the other bead. But here, I want to maintain the thread and continue with it. So we'll just put it in the other bead and we'll get this. So this is it for the bag. This is the full pattern, but of course, if you are on my channel, you already know you're going to do 2 of this. So now we're going to use the black beads, seed beads of the same size to create the width. Okay, so we'll go 2 at this one because we are turning, and then 1 to crisscross like this, and then you get something like this. Okay, so you put this thread in this bead like this, it's hard trying to do this side off on camera, so I'm used to doing it off camera. So you put 1 in the other bead, sorry, 1 in the other thread, and use 1 bead to crisscross both like this, and you go like that. So you're going to continue all the pattern all the way to the other side of it. Same pattern, put the other thread closest to the work to 1 bead like this, and then you put 1 bead in the other thread like that, and then 1 to crisscross. So that is just the pattern. You're going to repeat this pattern all the way to the end. Okay, and by end I mean the end of the width, leaving the opening. So if you don't understand what I mean, just stick around and watch that. Okay.
Give me more infectious. Give me more infectious. Move me. Give me more infectious. Move me. Give me more infectious. Give me more infectious. Move me.
This is a repeated pattern all the way. So now that we've gotten to the end, I'm going to continue the same pattern all the way back using the same color beads.
Give me more infectious.
Okay, so now we are at the end of it. I'm going to repeat the same thing all the way back to that side. So I went ahead and did that off camera just for the sake of time. Now, the other pattern of the pink one, I mentioned you would do that in two, right? So you're going to pick that and join with this. So for the other roll, you can go as many times as you want. It depends on how wide you want your work. Okay. So go ahead and join this pattern to the other pattern. Of course, we are all familiar with the joining process right now. But if you're not, what you're practically doing is putting one thread in one pattern, another thread in another pattern, and then you go ahead and crisscross it with one bead. That is how we join. Okay, so this side was a bit off camera, which I hadn't noticed, but just stick around. If you don't know how to do the joining, you will see it very soon. I don't know how I didn't notice that this thing was off camera. I'm so sorry about that. I thought my video editing had gotten so much better, but I just realized it hasn't. So this is what you do, the usual crisscrossing. So this is how, just watch if you don't know. So you put one thread in this bead like this, that's the other pattern, and put the other thread in this other pattern like this, and you use one bead to crisscross both and repeat the pattern all over again. That is how you join your work, okay? Like this. Cool. So you do the same thing. Put one thread in this bead, put the other thread in that bead, which are of course different patterns that you're joining together. So, and then you pick one and then crisscross with it to join. Like that. So that is how you join your work. Just continue the process until you get to the end of the joining.
Give me more infectious. Give me more infectious. infectious. Move me.
So this is just it, guys. That's practically it for the bag, but we're going to do the closing or the covering. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, we're going to do that now. So cut your thread and put it any side. You can put it to the one facing you, or they are all of the same size anyway, so you can start anywhere. I will start here. You could start with the side facing you, the side away from you, it doesn't matter. So this is it. I'm going to, of course, it's a 4-bead flower process. I already have one, so 2 in 1 thread like this, and then 1 to crisscross like that, and then you pull and automatically extend your work for you. So you're going to be going the thread closest to the work, you put it through the closest bead like this and pull out, and then of course the other bead you put in the other thread outside like this, and then use 1 bead to crisscross like that. So you're going to continue this pattern. I'm going to go this way for 3 times. That covers the work, okay? And then of course we'll style it a bit. So we'll try to do the triangle shape, right angle shape.
Give me more infectious. Give me more infectious. infectious. Give me more infectious. Move me.
Okay, so from here onwards we're going to be jumping one line, one bead at the beginning, one bead at the end. So this one will start in the second bead like this instead of the first bead, right? We'll start in the second bead. That is how it creates that triangle shape covering of her back. So we'll put 2 beads like this and then 1 to crisscross like that. And as you see, it's already shaping it at the tip like that, you see. So when we get to the end, we'll leave 1 bead out too, and that will be it. We'll continue like that. The next line we'll get to continue leaving 1 bead at the beginning, 1 bead at the end. We'll continue leaving that out. That creates the perfect triangle shape cover. Okay. Voiceover is hard, guys. I feel like the whole reason why I don't do tutorials very often is because of voiceovers. Like, it's really stressful. You have to talk for like minutes, almost hours, just by yourself, watching a video and talking. That is hard, guys. It's pretty hard. But
Give me more.
thank you guys for watching, even though it's not perfect. I'm really grateful. So pull like this. So this one will be the last one for this line, leaving out the other bead like this. So crisscross. And of course my thread has gotten short, so I'm just going to end it here, passing it through a couple of beads away to make it very firm, so I can cut off the excess thread. Okay, so I'm just going to pass the threads up through a couple of beads to make it firm so that it doesn't come loose, and then I'll cut it off and then we'll continue from there. So go ahead and cut off your thread and then cut another one and begin. Remember, jump off 1 bead and start with the next one. So this is the second bead we're starting in it, and then of course the other one to leave out the last bead. So remember that if you want to keep the triangle shape going, you're going to remember that you leave out the first bead and the last bead. You see how perfectly triangle the edge looks? Yes. Wait, is it a triangle or a rectangle? Oh god. Well, yeah, whatever angle it is, I'm sure you get what I mean. I'm sure you get what I mean. So yeah, Seriously, guys, thank you for watching. I really appreciate that. We've come so far as a channel, and it's all thanks to you guys. I couldn't be more grateful even if I tried.
Give me more
I am really grateful.
infectious.
I know there's so many contents out there that is so much better than mine, and then you still watch mine. Thanks, guys. Thanks. So this will be our last line for this side of the bag. This will be the last line
Give me more
for the covering, I mean.
infectious.
So this didn't take me up to 1 pack of sugar beads, I think. Yeah, it's not even up to half, I think, because the pink it's almost about like quarter and the black is like half a quarter. Okay,
Move me.
yeah. And have you guys noticed the price of beads these days? So yeah, we've ended it here. As usual, I'll pass the thread through a couple of beads, make the work firm, and then I'll cut off the excess thread. But let's talk about the price of beads these days, guys. Like, why? We get it. The economy is bad, but what has that got to do with beads? Yeah, that's just by the way. Anyway, so yes, that is practically it, and then we'll go ahead and do our handle, which is just pretty much the easiest thing to do on this tutorial. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and this is where my voiceover will end. The rest is just self-explanatory, so I don't need to do much talking. Thank you, and see you in our next tutorial. Love you guys.
Give me more infectious. Move me. Give me more infectious. Give me more infectious. Move me. Give me more infectious. Give me